Hello everyone. Today I'll be showing you guys a new API key feature on OpenJustice. When you log on to the platform, you'll notice there's a new tab on the left-hand side panel called API keys. When you click on that, a panel appears where you'll be able to configure your new API key. Let's create one. Once we've created the new API key, you'll be shown your secret phrase. Copy that and paste it into your application. Over here, I've created a demo application to showcase how we can hit our API endpoints on OpenJustice. Now let's jump back to OpenJustice and copy the corresponding conversation and Dialogflow ID we'll use for this demo. Let's create a new conversation and let's select this Dialogflow that I've created. Let's copy those IDs. And now we have everything set in order to make an API request to our backend. As you can see, here are some of the arguments you'll need to pass in order to stream our Dialogflow system. You'll pass in the API URL, API key, conversation ID, Dialogflow ID, the execution ID, which we'll get to in just a second, the message you want to send to the Dialogflow, as well as the model you'll be using. So right now we have no message. Let's just start with triggering the Dialogflow. As you can see, we didn't provide any information about what the user's name is, so the fact node is prompting us for that information. In addition, we also received an execution ID. We're going to take that execution ID, and that will represent the current Dialogflow that we're executing, and it'll help us resume through the process when we go send a follow-up message. So we're going to paste in the execution ID, and then we're going to provide a message. Now that we've added that extra information, we can rerun the script, essentially sending the follow-up message back to the Dialogflow. Let's do that. And as you can see, it runs through the Dialogflow process, it executes all the nodes, the fact node hasn't answered, and then the following outcome is responded back with. That summarizes the main functionality of how to hit our backend service on OpenJustice. As you can see, this small script is only about 200 lines of code, and most of it is just formatting the response for the console to see. And you'll be able to use OpenJustice in your own applications by just passing in these following parameters to your API requests. Awesome. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, but that's all I have for you today.